Are you looking for a new handgun target? Stay tuned to check out this one we got from Cabela's. Hey guys, welcome back. This week on the Gillum Adventures, we're going to be shooting our brand new target to give a little review to it so y'all can know what to expect if you buy one. This target is a double mag metal spinning target for center fire handguns up to a 44 Magnum. Today we're going to be shooting them with a 40, a 9mm, a common 223, a 357, and just to see what it will take, we're going to also shoot it with a 300 short mag. It is not recommended to shoot these with a rifle, so we're going to be shooting them from 100 yards. The closest range for this target with a pistol is supposed to be 25 yards and is not designed for BBs or 22s. So we should be at a safe distance for the high-powered rifles. I do not take no liability for this, and this is not a gun instruction video. This target is 3/8 inch thick. The frame on this thing is really good. I really like it. It's actual welded all the way around. It's got a 4-inch target and a 2.5-inch target. Let's do some shooting. First, we're going to be using the Kemper 9mm. So up next, from 25 yards, I got a Ruger SR40. I'm going to shoot it with a Full Metal Jacket Winchester bullet. The 40 done really good. All it done was take the paint off of it in a perfect circle. It moved the target out of the ground, which I'm on plowed ground where we normally have our garden. So it probably is, that's probably a good reason why. If we was in hard ground, probably wouldn't have no problem. So I'm gonna move on up to a 357 Magnum. First try. So up next, we're going to shoot it with a 223. I have just some Full Metal Jacket bullets, target rounds. This is a Savage. I'm about 100 yards out. I might be a little shy, but I think it should give a good estimate of what a gun like this would do. I'm mainly 100 yards out just because of the fact that it might ricochet. I don't want to be up there near it. We have a GoPro set up there for that shot with some center blocks covering it just in case. So let's get to shooting. Alright, so the 223 put 3 holes, put 2 holes in the 4-inch disc. So what we're going to do, it's not really if this 300 will go through it, because we know it will, but how big a hole it will put through it. This is just for fun. We're going to be using a Hornady Whitetail Edition bullet. So we're just going to shoot it and see what happens. Hey guys, we just got back from shooting our brand new target. It's got quite a few battle scars. We shot it with a 9mm, a 40, a 357, a 223, and a 300 short mag. As you can see, there's quite a bit of damage done to it. A lot of this damage wouldn't have been done with the regular pistol. I've yet to shoot this with a 44 Magnum. I look forward to it in the future, just to see what it'll do to it. Real quick, let's go over some of the shots and what it done to it, different calibers. The 9mm, we hit it right here. We shot that with a Remington 9mm Full Metal Jacket bullet. It really didn't do much more than just knock the paint off, maybe a little bit of indent, not very much. I shot the weld with a 9mm. I hit it about 4 times in this general area. It really didn't do nothing but knock off the paint. It didn't even bend the bars. A 40, we shot it 3 or 4 times with the 40. It done a little bit of indent, but nothing really major. So we had one over here that done pretty good, and that was near the edge. But still, nothing more than a little surface mark. I mean, very little. We used a Winchester Full Metal Jacket bullet on that. That was 165 grain, and our 9mm was 115 grain, just in case you're wondering. Moving on up, we got a 357. That is a lead point 357 bullet. Not really for certain on the weight or the grain of this bullet, but it is a Magnum cartridge. It done pretty good. It done a pretty good, decent chunk right here. This was a 357. Both of these was 357. I hit it 4 out of 6 times. The other times I was aiming at the brackets. I just grazed them. It really wasn't enough to do anything. while we got it this way, we did shoot it with a 223. That's a Federal bullet 223. It's a 55 grain full metal jacket. I did not expect it to go through this target at 100 yards, but we had one that almost made it through and then one that did. So I was actually pretty pleased with that. I didn't expect that gun to go through it, which I really never shot steel with that 223. So we most time use plywood to shoot at with it, so I was really pleased with that. It really shocked me. Well, we go down this side, our 300. That was our exit hole from our 300, which, I mean, that's pretty daggone good size. That's about as big as my finger. I mean, that's unreal. But I'll spin it around here. On the 300 short mag, this is an American whitetail bullet from Hornady. I love these bullets. They shoot great. I strongly recommend them. As you see, we got 3 entry holes, or 3 entry holes from the 300. Didn't want to shoot it too much with it just because I didn't really want to tear this target up that bad. I'm gonna later weld this target, grind it back down and weld it all back up, and repaint it so you'll never even know we shot it with that, which is another reason why I like a thicker steel target. That's pretty good quality of those that you can fix them if you have some tooling capabilities. The 223, I hit it on this divider. It actually pulled the copper off the bullet. It stuck to it, which is kind of neat. As you can see, this is the one that didn't go all the way through. I was expecting to find this bullet. We never did find it laying on the ground. And this one went all the way through, just barely. I shot the rail. Just to see what it would do to it. I was actually aiming for that weld, and I hit about a ½ inch over from 100 yards. That was just my fault. It actually plowed out a pretty good chunk, and this one it actually bent the rail quite a bit, but I mean it blowed out some pretty good chunks on those two. That was another 223 shot, and those of course was just trying to hit that weld. I was really wanting to see if I could knock that loose with that weld. Other than that, it's a great target, and it really shocked me. I've shot targets before with the 300 that they just went through and never spun. But this one actually spun, and it spins very well, even with the 9mm. I don't know what the smallest pistol you could have to shoot this with. I don't know if I'd shoot it with a 380. It's recommended for anything bigger than a 22, and no bigger than a 44 Magnum. So, with that said, whatever you do, just make sure you're careful. These things, they have potential to ricochet. The company takes no liability with anything. They give you a general warranty with them, to where if you like a manufacturer's defect, to where if their welds or something on it was wrong, you could send it back to them and they'd give you another one. I know for a fact they're not going to give me one because I shot the fire out of it, and I know that everything I done to this target was probably not anything they recommend. But I done this just so you all don't have to. But other than that, it's an awesome target. I will use it. I will fix it back the way it's supposed to be, and we will use it as a pistol target from now on. So, with that being said, if there's anything else you all might want to see done, anything shot, just leave us a comment down below. If you want to see any other different videos, go ahead and put it down below. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, this is Samuel Gillum with the Gillum Adventures.